Right then guys, welcome to my review of Venom. First things first, this is completely unscripted. I've just got back, so I just do need to, reiterate that this isn't a scripted review, but I want to get it out to you as soon as possible because I know there is some controversy going around with respect to these reviews. Now, I will talk non-spoilers, so don't worry, those guys that are, you want to go in fresh, don't worry about that. I'll discuss non-spoilers first, then I'm going to go into spoilers. And there'll be a clear warning, so again, please don't worry. First things first, it was a good film. Right, let's discuss the controversy first. Because I did a review roundup video, and a lot of people, I wasn't aware of this at the time, but a lot of people were saying how there are bots floating around on Twitter. Lady Gaga fans are creating bots to trash Venom because obviously Lady Gaga has a film that's coming out and they want to promote that and scrap Venom so there's less competition and all that business. Now in the review roundup video, I quoted movie reviewers. So the people which I were quoting who were stating that it wasn't very good were actual movie reviewers. But I wasn't aware of this controversy that was going around. Look, if you're a Lady Gaga fan and you're creating bots to poo-poo another movie, you're a prick, alright? You're a bottom feeder scumbag. There's absolutely no need to do that, and the reality of it is, if we disregard those bots and let's take a look at what the critics were saying, they were saying that it was kind of out of a 2004 movie, pre-Marvel and all this kind of business, but I really liked it, and let's kind of break it down as to why, and we'll stop with the rambling. In terms of the acting and the performances, and I'll relate back to some of what the critics are saying, because I think they've been overly serious with this film. This is not an Oscar-winning film by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a fun film. I had a good time with it, and it's a good film. It's worth your money. I paid for it. I posted up on Twitter. You can see my ticket. I didn't begrudge paying for it at all. It was a good time, and I enjoyed it. The performance-wise, there are some of the critics were saying that Tom Hardy is acting like he's in Liar Liar and everyone else is part of a more serious film. Yes and no. The other people do pull off quite serious performances, but so does Tom Hardy. And you've got to remember, this man's having kind of like a nervous breakdown. He didn't really expect to have a symbiote in him. So off the back of that, I will say that his performance, although lighthearted in sections, is justified. And again, although lighthearted, it works with the film because he adds a level of comedy when he bounces off of Venom, which is needed. It works because Venom as a character, although he is very ferocious and can and does bite people's faces off, he isn't ultra believable. So he needs that level of comedic tone to kind of bounce off, I feel anyway. And I feel it worked. The performances are good on a whole. If we're just looking at the overall film, the performances are good. Tom Hardy's performance, he's a great actor, but his accents, he's not known for his accents, and his accent in this film is a bit off in times. It's no secret. Does it detract from the film? No, not at all. It's still a good film. His voice of Venom, because he does the voice of Venom, awesome. Very, very, very good voice. I really liked it. I really, really, really liked it. In terms of Riz Ahmed, who of course plays Carlton Drake, the head of the Life Foundation and Riot, he was good. He was very, very good. He's a great actor, and he's believable as this kind of Google-esque Empire madman. He is believable, and I enjoyed watching him on screen. Michelle Williams as Anne Weying, good. Again, performance-wise, everyone does their job very, very well. There's no one in this that you watch and you go, oh, absolutely crap. Oh, this is a crap performance. This is crap. Everyone is having fun, and they're all performing very, very well. Now, in terms of the action scenes, and again, this is all non-spoilers, but in terms of the action scenes, this is where there are some negatives, and it's not overly negative because it kind of fits with the tone of the film, but there's some action scenes which are heavily CGI based and very, very quick moving, and it is difficult to get a beat on it at certain points. There's, towards the end of the film, there's a big action set piece. It's pretty much all CGI, and although it's a good action scene, it is quite difficult to kind of get to grips with what you're seeing on the screen, and that is to detriment of the film. But it doesn't really, render the whole film pointless and crap and worthless. It's still a good film, even despite that. Now, in terms of the story and how they're detracting and kind of pulling away from the Spider-Man universe, does it work? Look, those Venom fans, the hardcore Venom fans that absolutely love Venom, I feel like you may be disappointed by this. I have no investment in Venom directly. I like the character, but I'm not highly invested, if that makes any sense. And because of that, the fact that he's not born because of Spider-Man, I don't mind it. They've conveyed it in a way within this Venom universe that makes sense, and if they choose to then connect it to the Spider-Man universe, again, it would make sense. It wouldn't be such a big deal. So the overall story and the plot and kind of why the symbiotes come to Earth, it works, it's good. We get a sense of it in the trailers. The Life Foundation is looking for life. They capture life and so on and so forth. They're looking for the next step in human evolution and all of this stuff. And it works, it's pretty good. Where the film kind of misses a beat here and there is the CGI. It's heavily CGI based, and the CGI won't be to everyone's taste. I didn't mind it, but it's not going to be to everyone's taste. It does look a bit off in parts, and that's an issue. The score, now this is to detriment of the film, and I've got to point it out. The score is not very good. There's some Eminem tracks in there. Look, no matter what you think of Eminem, if you think he's the rap god and all this kind of crap, it doesn't really fit with the tone of the film, and it does kind of disengage you a little bit. It just came out of left field. I don't know. To me, it wasn't for me. In terms of the Eddie Brock and Venom mesh up and how they communicate to one another, I really liked it. It was funny. Venom was humorous, but he was also ferocious. He was aggressive. All in all, it's half and half. What the critics are saying is potentially true, but I also feel like the critics have taken a look at this film with an over-serious analytical lens. I don't feel they've given this film a chance with respect to the tone that it's setting. It's not a serious film. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's a fun movie. Does it suffer because it's not R-rated? Probably in parts. It would have been nice to see some of the R-rated stuff, which I would assume that they've cut out. But overall, I highly recommend this film. I had a great time with it. I don't begrudge paying my, what was it, $15 that I paid? Something like that. It was fine. I enjoyed it. Go out and watch it. You won't be disappointed, despite the negatives which I've raised in this review. Now, spoilers. Full spoilers. Full spoilers. Blah, blah, blah. You've been warned for some full spoilers. So Woody Harrelson is in it, and he is Carnage, or he will be Carnage. It's not really a big deal. It's one of the post-credit scenes. You don't really see anything. There's no Spider-Man in this film. So all of those kind of rumours that were floating around, not really a big deal. Don't worry about it. Can it connect to Spider-Man universe in the future? Yeah, probably can, but does it at the moment? No, it doesn't seem to. Woody Harrelson does wear a weird-ass ginger wig, and yeah, I mean, him as Cletus Cassidy, if we get a sequel, which I hope we do, I genuinely would like to see a sequel to this, will be interesting. Will be very, very interesting. Do we get She-Venom? Yeah, we do, actually. We do. Anne Weying has the symbiote for a fraction of the movie. Very, very tiny. And then gives it back to Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy. Yeah, good. She-Venom looked cool, actually. And would I want to see a She-Venom movie, or at least her in a future movie? Yeah, I actually would. The CGI overall for the symbiote was... It's hit or miss. I don't think it's going to be to everyone's taste. I do think that people are going to be a little bit disgruntled by it here and there, but overall, I really did like this film. Do you need to stay to the absolute end? No. There's 2 post-credit scenes, one with Woody Harrelson, and the last one is an extended teaser for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So if you're really invested and you really want to watch that film, stay till the very end, and you get a sneak preview of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But overall, I enjoyed this film. It's not what the critics are making out. It is good. I think so anyway. But look, take that with a pinch of salt, because, a lot of people clash with my opinion. So go see it. I recommend you go and see it. Is it better than The Predator? Yes, absolutely it is, because I know a lot of people have ragged on me for my opinion on The Predator. But it's leagues above The Predator. So go and watch it. You won't be disappointed. Guys, if you have seen it, please do let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're new here and you've stayed this long and you haven't seen it, hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date on all the world of pop culture and movie news. But guys, if you don't already, follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. H Reviews. You can get little sneak previews into my life. As always, guys, I have been Mr. H, and I will catch you in the next video.